my fellow Americans. Oh, say, can you see, by the dawn's early light, oh, so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? At those words, every American heart should swell with pride. Every American family should cheer with delight, and every American patriot should be filled with joy because each of you lives in the most magnificent country in the history of the world, and it will soon be greater than ever before. I can assure you that I look into the future with perfect tranquility and great confidence. The German Reich and its allies represent power, military, economic, and above all, in moral respects, which is superior to any possible coalition in the world. Our founders boldly declared that we are all endowed with the same divine rights given us by our Creator in heaven. In that which God has given us, may God Almighty give our work His blessing, strengthen our purpose, and endow us with wisdom and trust of our people. For we are fighting not for ourselves, but for Germany. Your vote will decide whether we protect law-abiding Americans or whether we give free rein to violent anarchists, agitators, and criminals who threaten our citizens. Compare with them the heroes of this republic, shirkers, deserters, and pacifists. These are its founders. As we meet here tonight, there is a growing danger that threatens every blessing our ancestors fought so hard for, struggled, they bled to secure. Our nation is witnessing a merciless campaign to wipe out our history, defame our heroes, and erase our values, and indoctrinate our children. Angry mobs are trying to tear down statues of our founders, deface our most sacred memorials, and unleash a wave of violent crime in our cities. There never was any thought of giving to the German people a free state. The object was to provide a mob of the lowest scoundrels with an obliging object for their exploitation. The fruit of the honest work of other folk has been stolen by those who themselves have never worked. And if we refuse to grasp the facts, the outside world knows better. What are our organs of government today but organs for executing the will of foreign tyrants? They want to silence us, but we will not be silenced. We have been rendered defenseless. We are without rights. We have become the pariahs of the world. The Republic, by God, is worthy of its fathers. For hardly was the first deed of shame committed when there followed the second, one dishonor after another. One can scarcely believe any longer that there was once a time when one could speak of the Germans as the first people in the world. There is no one like us on earth. More than 14 years have passed since the unhappy day when the German people, blinded by promises from foes at home and abroad, lost touch with honor and freedom, thereby losing all. This election will decide whether we save the American dream or whether we allow a socialist agenda to demolish our cherished destiny. It is that conviction that inspired the formation of our Union, our westward expansion, the abolition of slavery, the passage of civil rights, the space program, and the overthrow of fascism, tyranny, and communism. Communism, with its method of madness, is making a powerful and insidious attack upon our dismayed and shattered nation. It seeks to poison and disrupt in order to hurl us into an epoch of chaos. This negative, destroying spirit spared nothing of all that is highest and most valuable. Since I have first fought against these Jewish Soviet ideas in Germany, since I have conquered and stamped out this peril, I fancy that I possess a better comprehension of its character than do men who have only at best had to deal with it in the field of literature. I have won my successes simply because in the first place, I endeavor to see things as they are, not as one would like them to be. Secondly, when once I had formed my own opinion, I never allowed weaklings to talk me out of it or to cause me to abandon it. And thirdly, because I was always determined, in all circumstances, to yield to a necessity when once it had been recognized. Always remember, they are coming after me because I am fighting for you. We want our sons and daughters to know the truth. America is the most exceptional nation in the history of the world. So this is going to be the most important election, in my opinion, in the history of our country. You've got to get it right. Because if you don't get it right, we will not have a country anymore. The man who has no sense of history is like a man who has no ears or eyes. Thank you. Did we get that? Fantastic. All right. Everybody, have a good night.